we reached Kashmir on Monday.
Right, right.
Tuesday, we left for Pahalgam.
Right.
Pahalgam
Right.
took around at around 1:30 to 2. We were at the spot, the Python Valley.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So we were around 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, we were just enjoying the view and all.
Right.
So after that, I had a gunshot.
You heard the gunshot?
Yeah. There was a single shot.
Okay.
And so I asked people around what's happening, and local people said, no, it's nothing. It might be from the forest department.
Okay.
It's just to scare away the wildlife.
Right.
To scare away the wild animals. So it might be like that. So we also thought, we never anticipated that we would have been under an ambush.
Right.
So after that, I saw a guy just walking with gun on the hand. I thought he might be from the forest department.
Was he wearing an uniform or army fatigue?
No, nothing like that. It was a black mask, black cap, black jacket. Everything was black. And I was also not in that state completely to notice to remember at least what he was wearing. So I just saw him. He was walking by and he was talking to a couple and then shot the husband.
Shot the husband?
After that, we all, my family and the people who were there at the spot on that side, we all took shelter under a tree.
Okay.
We lied on the ground behind a tree. Then he approached this group of people where we were there also.
Right.
And then he encircled us. Oh, there was a single guy.
Okay.
So he did roam around us.
Right.
And then there was a guy who was trying to lay down on the ground.
Right.
He was standing when that man came with the gun.
Right.
And he was shot dead.
Right.
Just one hand away from us.
Right.
And then he was roaming around and we were always just chanting where everybody was chanting.
Right.
And then we left and then he pointed the gun toward my head.
Right.
And he listened what I was saying.
Yes.
And then he left.
So basically what were you chanting?
We were chanting the kalima.
The Islamic kalima?
Yeah.
So what did you say in that? What did you chant?
Shall I specify that?
Yeah.
La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. That's what everybody chants, right?
Okay. So you thought that reciting the kalima had saved your life?
No, I don't think that.
Okay.
Everybody was chanting that.
Okay.
And I was also chanting that. I had no idea if this will save my life or not.
Okay.
I was just chanting where everybody was chanting.
Right.
It was a hard mentality, you can say.
Right.
Hard mentality took me towards that path, and it was absolute instantaneous.
Right.
And then he heard and he left.
Right.
It might or might not be. I'm not commenting on that.
Right. I understand. Obviously, at that point of time, it would not. You were in complete trauma and panic.
Yes. Yeah, we were.
He left.
Then he went towards the other group mates.
Okay.
So we went toward another group and we left. Yeah.
We also heard that some people, he inquired whether he was chanting Lord Ram or not, and he wanted to be very specific about what he was chanting.
Yeah, he was shouting something like that while he was moving around us.
Yeah.
In circles. He was like, "Kya puch raha hai? Kya puch raha hai? Kya bol raha hai?" He was inquiring like that.
Okay. So he was speaking in Hindi only with you.
Hindi, yeah.
And could you make out from his voice, accent or anything whether he was from Kashmir or,
No, sir.
Okay.
We weren't able to do that.
Okay. But then how did you escape from there?
Yeah, we were on the rear side of that Barsas Valley. And most of them were in the front side, towards the main gate. Only one guy that I just mentioned now was on the rear side. So after he left, he went to join the other group mates. We just jumped over the 7-foot fence and then followed the footsteps of the horse on which travelers usually reach there
Right.
at the Barsar Valley. And we then met with the local family and they showed us the path.
So the locals helped you basically in this rescue.
Yeah, they did. Especially actually you don't go there by foot, no? You go
Yes.
there by riding a horse.
Yeah.
So the people who took us there, means our horse guides,
Right.
they came again searching us, and they found us and they took us with them again. So they
Right.
came back for us.
Right.
Yeah.
But by that time, when you reached there, how many people were there? Like any estimates? It'll be difficult for you, but any idea of how many people were there in that meadow?
In the how many people? The tourists.
Yeah.
The tourists were around, I guess, at least 400 to 500.
Okay. And you only saw one terrorist with arms, right?
No, I have seen 4.
You have seen 4, but one of them came near you.
Yes.
Okay. And all 4 were firing in different direction, is it?
Yeah, they were.
Okay. And from there, from Pahalgam, finally when you are escaped, how did you reach Srinagar?
The travel planner, the driver who was with us, he was waiting for us. When we came down, he took us to Srinagar.
Okay. So have the authorities got in touch with you this last evening itself? How in the sense that since that you're a survivor of the attack.
No, the authorities from Kashmir, we had not been contacted.
But police or armed forces?
No, they have not contacted us yet.
Yeah, but back from Assam?
CMO, the CMO of Assam has contacted us.
Okay, and so your scheduled departure from Kashmir was when? When were you coming?
On Saturday.
On Saturday. So you're coming back now tomorrow, right?
Hopefully.
Okay, so now that, but I'm sure it's something completely, you're traumatized, but you saw 2 people being shot in front of you. So, 2, 3 of it. So, what was going on in your mind or at that point of time when all this was happening in front of you?
And I cannot explain in words what was going through. I was just hoping that at least the 3 of us can get out of there alive. There was another family with us when we were tracking down. A female and her child around 4 or 5 years old. They were stuck there.
Right.
There. She was, obviously the child she was very little, 4 years old. She couldn't cross the fence.
Right.
So then my son went back and crossed the fence and they were with us.
Right.
And the terror she was facing because she was completely separated from her family.
Right.
And they could not get in contact with them.
Right.
So the trauma she was facing, at least we were together, the 3 of us were together.
Right. Mr. Bhartiya, thanks for speaking to us. Thanks for your time, given the fact that you are completely traumatized and the kind of thing which has unfolded. But what would be my last question is that this kind of a barbaric attack has taken place. You are a survivor.
Yeah.
As a survivor, what do you want the government to do? What kind of response? Because the entire country is shocked. The entire country is protesting. What would you want from the government?
I would want from the government that such incidents should not take place in the first place. If it's such a known tourist spot that this Barsar Valley is known as the mini Switzerland. So this is the mini Switzerland. It should have been guarded like that. The securities should have been there. It should be tight. Means no one should have dared to ambush the place in the very first thing. So that's only now lives have been lost. It cannot be measured, and nothing can be done to compensate that. So just the government should take the actions required to prevent any such incident in the future.
Okay, Mr. Bhattacharya, thanks a lot for speaking to us.